My 11th Olympia consecutive. My 59th show in total. This year marks 20 years I've been competing.
59th show.
59th.
Did that include amateur or just pro shows?
Yes, amateur as well. Yeah, everything.
So I bet you, how much have you learned from that first show to now?
This shit ain't easy, and this shit definitely ain't for the weak.
It don't ever get no easier, does it?
People think that, oh, you've been doing this over 20 years, it should be easy. Wrong. It actually gets harder because you're always chasing that better. What more can I do to improve? And I'll be the first to admit to everyone, and you guys probably know, last year was not my best look ever. I was just in a really dark place, mentally, physically, and I needed a wake-up call. I got that wake-up call. I got my ass focused again. I got my family in my corner. I got the right coach, the right team, and I deliver what I believe, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, to be one of my best packages to date or ever.
I think what I saw last night on stage was the best Shaun we've ever seen. I mean, you were hard, you were full, you were big, muscular. Your posing was on point. I thought, the year you won, that was your best look ever, but you surpassed that last night. And you're what, 40? How old are you now?
43 years old.
43 years old.
The OG kicking ass still.
43 years old and still improving.
Yeah.
And your legs were fuller. Everything was on point, man. So kudos to you.
People think, and you know this best, like when you get older that you can't improve. Wrong. You just got to work just as hard, if not harder, to continue to improve. These young guys, man, they can, train, 1, 2, 3 times a week and grow. Whereas for us, obviously being older and recovery being an issue, we gotta stay in the gym. So I'm just proving that age doesn't mean anything.
Well, I think, with the work ethic you got, I've seen you train. I've seen you train for years now. And your mentality, you come in the gym, you got headphones on, you don't look at nobody, you don't talk to nobody. You just come in there and train. You train and you leave. No highs, no buys, no FUs. You come take care of business and get out of the gym. I like that, and I really respect that. And I wish we had more of that.
I also, you guys probably watch and see that I stay covered up all year. I don't believe in posting progress photos. It doesn't matter what I look like in my gym. Everyone's Mr. or Mrs. Olympia in their own gym under their own lighting. What matters is what you look like on this stage. So I stayed covered up all year, and all these prediction videos that went out throughout the year, no one had me winning. Everyone was battling for second. Again, I'm not taking anything from Keon whatsoever, but I gave him a fight last night. I think so, for sure. And it was a close battle. I'm truly happy for him, but I was on his toe. I was right on him.
Well, I saw you yesterday at the prejudging, and I was here at the booth, and we had a lot of guys come by, a lot of competitors, current and former competitors that know what they're talking about. And I would say 9 out of 10 of them had you pulling it off. So you looked incredible last night. Keon, I'm not taking away from Keon. Great shape. He's a little bit bigger, a little taller, a little bigger bodybuilder. He has great conditioning, but that just shows how, I think, pound for pound, you're the best person on stage. You're probably the best competitor in this whole competition this weekend. So, Shaun Clarida, if you were 6 inches taller, bro, be a bad day for everybody.
Listen, I heard that from some of the higher ups yesterday. That was probably one of the best guys in the show overall. I was 180 pounds. I'm still giving up 20, 30 pounds by competition. But bigger is not better. I paid that price in 2023 when I thought I needed to be bigger. So when I won my first Olympia in 2020, I was 177. When I won my second in 22, I was 178, 179. I thought, hey, maybe let's get a little bit bigger. I was pushing at 185, 186, damn near 190 in 23 and lost. I was smooth. The conditioning was off. And I got feedback that said, you're way too big. So I had to go back to what worked, what got me those 2 titles. Last year was not a great year. I'm not even going to get into it. You guys know. But this year I said, you know what? I'm going to focus. I'm going to bring that old Shaun of new, that's just gnarly, full, dense man muscle. And I think, again, I believe I brought my best look ever.
Well, I predict you bring that look back again. You keep bringing it like that, you will get that title back.
That's the plan. For me, prep started this morning. 6 a.m., I was on the treadmill working. I don't believe in taking time off. Knowing it was that close and knowing that these young guys are coming up or are on my heels, I can't let up one bit.
I think I know the answer, but is second place at the Olympia the worst placing in all of bodybuilding?
You're the first loser. Everyone knows the winner, bro. Who's the second? Who's the guy that lost behind him?
100%. I walked out of here in 09 in second place, and everybody's like, congratulations. And I'm like, I wanted to say, the F are you talking about? Like, that's the worst place in all of bodybuilding. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, Bro, every single person in here that's ever thought of competed or thought about competing is dream of winning the Olympia. And if you get second place and you're one step away from it, that's a hard thing to swallow.
But still not champ. You're close, but not close enough.
Exactly. So I know how you feel, and I did the same thing. And I went the next day, got up and went worked out, did cardio, and then went to a photo shoot. And next day I worked out again, and I trained the whole year, to get ready for the next one. So
Listen, there's no downtime. Like again, shows are won in the off season. I believe the best time to start growing and improving is right after the show. You take it in more food, more fluid. You're on an adrenaline high. Why not get back to work?
So let me ask you about that. So that pre-contest, or I should say post-contest rebound, you stay on a plan, or do you just kind of eat whatever?
No, I've tried that, eat whatever, and I lost. So 2017 was probably the worst rebound I ever had. I was eating junk food for 5 days. I put on 30 pounds. I couldn't move. I was sloppy. I couldn't breathe. So truly, I believe, guys, when you start to come off a post-show, just take it easy. Maybe have one small cheat meal, but stay on plan. Slowly increase your food. Slowly increase the fat, the carbs, and things like that. Give yourself 2-3 weeks to get into that phase before you start really ramping it up.
I did the same thing. I learned the hard way. I did a show when I was young, and I gained 20 pounds in 24 hours.
Ooh,
I was miserable, and I was like, never, ever again. So I did the same thing. I'd have one cheat meal on Saturday night, and then I was back on my program the next day.
That's it. So, yeah, I'm excited, man. Like, again, I didn't go to bed till 3 this morning, and 5 a.m. I was up going to the gym.
So I ask you this. So you're married. You've got a young one. And
my little princess is right here.
How much different is it training for the Mr. Olympia with a family now as opposed to when you didn't have a family?
It's better because now I have a focus. I have an inspiration. I have someone to really put me in the right zone. You got a daughter, obviously, and a son now as well. Having that, I need to take care of them. So I'm not going to let anyone take food off my plate. That's my motto, period. So every day I go to the gym, I think about her, I see her. That's my focus, that's my vision, that's my why right there.
For me, it was a blessing. My daughter was born 3 weeks before the 2012 Arnold Classic. Yeah. And, I was more focused and determined than I'd ever been in my life because for the first time in my life, bodybuilding will make you very selfish and self-centered. And it's all about me, me, me. And so the first time in a long time, everything I did, I thought about her before I thought about myself. And I said the same thing. I'm like, ain't nobody going to take food off my plate or off my daughter's plate. I don't care what I had to do. I was going to make it happen. And so it made me a better person, a better bodybuilder, and a better man.
Also, again, with dieting, we're always thinking about food. So her running around, playing around, wanting to enjoy it, and it keeps my mind off about, hey, baby, bye. And my little princess. Hey, Amaya, let's see the bicep. There it is.
There you go. Yeah.
Show the quad. Let me see the quad. Let me see the quad. There it is. She's 18 years out.
That's a future Miss O right there.
There it is.
So what's next for you?
I don't like to say what I do. I like to kind of work in silence and just show up. But I will say you guys will be seeing me pretty damn soon.
So I got to say something. So most of you probably don't know, but he has his own gym. Yes. There in McKinney, Texas. And it's not open to the public.
No.
It's basically Shaun Clarida's gym.
It's my little oasis. So.
Your office. So I've been there. Had the pleasure of training there. Super well. I think you handpicked every piece of equipment.
Every piece.
And why do you choose to train there as opposed to somewhere else?
Honestly, Brand, this is probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. Being able to have your own space, be able to go somewhere that you can lock in, focus, and train on equipment that you know is the best. I trained here all year for this competition, and this is the best I've ever looked. You're going to a public gym, unfortunately, you're going to get stopped, you can take pictures, and I don't mind that. But when it's time to lock it down, it's time to lock it down.
I think that's what people don't understand when you're getting ready for the Mr. Olympia competition, Arnold competition, these big competitions. You got to be 100% focused and dialed in. Yeah. And I know me, when I was training, I trained at Metroflex, and it kind of became a tourist stop between Ronnie put it on the map and then what I did and Johnny did and some others. Yeah. Everybody would come there, and I used to get so upset when I was training that people put a camera in my face. Because I'm like, this is my 1 hour of the day.
Literally.
I will stop and talk to anybody, take a picture with anybody. Yeah. Those are the 23 hours. Yeah. With that 1 hour a day, I just wanted to be, that's my time.
That's your time. Yeah, no, it's been truly a blessing having your own space. I mean, Hunter could attest to this as well. He's got his own gym. You're the best equipment in the world. You got your music blasting. You're in your zone. and no one can bother you. You can just get it done. So it's been phenomenal, man.
So has your training style or philosophy changed in all
Yeah.
those past 59 contests from that first show to now?
This is literally the past 2 years since I've had the jungle gym. I train alone now. So when I had a training partner that can hand me the heavy dumbbells and hand me the heavy barbell, that's what I love to do. But because now I'm training alone, I'm training solo, I got to be a little bit smarter. So this past year, really, guys, all I really use is machines. And people, I was one of those guys, I'd be the first to admit that you got to pick up the dumbbells. You got to pick up the heavy shit. Whereas now, honestly, more machines. But for the younger guys and gals out there, yes, when you first get into the sport, do the hard, heavy shit. The benching, the deadlifting, the squatting, pick up the heavy dumbbells. As we get older, now I'm in my 40s, because I want to go another 5, 10 more years in this game, I now have switched to training with machines.
I agree with that. That's something I've done myself. Obviously, I'm not competing anymore, but when I was young and competing, I was into the barbells, the dumbbells, all the basics, squat, deadlift,
build that foundation,
squat, bench press, and once I built that foundation of muscle, now that I've gotten older, I do a lot of machines. I do very few free weights anymore. And you guys know me; I love to train, but I think it's a good thing to give you longevity and extend your career.
I mean, Dexter did it, Phil did it, and look at their physiques. I mean, this year all I trained was machines, and look what I produced this year. So don't be afraid to use machines. Again, there's a place for everything.
But I think, like you said, for the young guys that want to be on the stage one day, you got to build that foundation with the basics.
You got to do that hard, heavy shit. Trust me. I clanged and banged for 10, 12, 15 years. Once I reached a certain age where shit didn't recover the same, you got to go in and kind of clean things up, be a little bit smarter with your training. And but at the same time, you can still push those machines to the max.
You feel different from your 20s to your 40s, don't you?
You feel invincible, bro. I go in there and I don't even warm up.
When I was in my 20s, I never put enough weight. I never was able to not lift the bar. No matter how many plates I put on there, I always could lift it.
Yeah.
Man, you get in your 40s, you're like, that shit got heavy.
Shit. Elbows go, knees feel. I get up from the couch, my knees are cracking. I'm like, oh, this is a bad day.
It gets worse. Just let you know, it gets worse.
Thanks.
It's all downhill from here.
Oh, shit.
Well, Shaun, man, I got tremendous respect for you as a person and as a bodybuilder. Like I said, I think pound for pound, you're one of the best bodybuilders, if not the best in the world, my man. So much respect to you. I wish you all the best. You got a beautiful family.
Yeah.
And I look to see you back here next year.
Make sure you guys come back. I'm going to be back bigger, better, improved. I'm going to get that goddamn title back.
I have no doubt you will. Guys, stay tuned. We're going to have another Olympian up here. IBB Pro Allison Kramer is on the way.
Ali!
So don't want to miss that. So we'll have a Gasp Better Buddies. We out.